Hey guys, this is Eli from MACkite, and today we're going to be talking about the Waydoo Evo Lite. You've probably heard of the Waydoo Evo at this point if you're following eFoils at all, right? So what is it? Well, that's complicated because it's got four different models now actually. So you got your Lite, your Pro Plus, your Max, and your Master. The last three, let's ignore those for today. Just talking about the Lite. So the Lite is going to come in kind of a luminant mint color scheme is the color for it, right? Why would you choose the odd man out, right? You got the Pro Plus, the Max, the Master. There are all these boards that are, the cost is, it makes you think that they're going to be better, right? Not necessarily. So the Lite is going to be your cheapest option, most bang for your buck, in my opinion, right? It's pretty much the Pro Plus minus the FlightAssist. So the FlightAssist is just a sensor that helps level your board out. The Lite does not have that, but that shouldn't make you concerned about not getting the board. The Lite is great just to have something to get out there. If you're looking for a way into the sport, it's a great board to do it. And it's still just as customizable because all of the Evo pieces from any board in the lineup can be used on the Lite. Now, we are going to be doing a built-out kit. I think price is going to be $49.99, $39.99, somewhere in there. So it's going to be by far the cheapest, most functional eFoil that you can get, which you should be super hyped about because even though the price is less than everything out there, it functions just as good, if not better. So what's the kit gonna have? Kit is going to be the small battery, 1800 battery, with the sensorless board, which is that Evo Lite board. That's where that name is gonna come from. It'll have the 27-inch mast and the standard propulsion unit, which I think is a 4,000 watt motor. And it will come with the glider 1500 glass. So it will not come with the carbon. That is an upgrade that you can make. As per all the other basic kits, it will come with the 320 gliding wing, rear wing. So let's break that down, right? 1800 battery. It's gonna be a smaller battery. You're not gonna get as much ride time as you would with the big 2300 battery. But that's fine. I mean, if you're just getting into the sport, you're not necessarily gonna want to be out there for that hour to hour and a half, hour 45, honestly, that you can pull out of the 2300 battery. So no worries there. The board, it is still a 90-liter board, just no sensors. Not much to be said there. If you're a bigger rider, I would say 215 up maybe. You should probably shy more towards the Max, which is going to be another video that we'll have. It's built for bigger riders. If you are an experienced foiler and you're looking for a cheap fun board, no worries there. I'm sure you've ridden something that's 75 liters, right? So it's a 90-liter board. I'm 200, I fit on it just fine, but anything 250 and up, you should probably start looking at the bigger board. 27-inch mast is a basic mast. Not much to be said. I think for the beginner, it's going to be perfect for you. It doesn't get you too much out of the water. I remember when I was first starting out, just being inches above the water freaked me out. I had no idea what it was. It was a new feeling, but it gives you that range that when you are able to get up higher on foil, it's super fun. You feel like you're flying. The 27 is a perfect size for someone that's just starting out. Standard propulsion unit. It's only a 4,000 watt. It's the smallest in the Evo lineup. But again, I'm 200, 205, and it pushes me great. Even with the small battery, I was still pulling 45 minutes to an hour runtime out of it, which I think is just fine for someone that's looking at this board. It's still a great runtime for how much you're paying for it. And again, it's still a super torquey motor, which is really good, especially if you are heavier trying to get into it. For lightweight riders, perfect, right? If it can push me, it can push you. The glider. So the official name is the Voyager G1500 gliding wing. What is it? There's 3 wings in the Waydoo lineup. There's the Voyager 1500, the Glider 1500, and the Voyager 1100. The Glider 1500 is going to be not as well rounded as the Voyager 1500, but more fun, honestly, in my opinion. I felt a lot more stable when I was up on it than I was on the Voyager. Turning, it almost feels like you're just standing on the ground and leaning back a little bit, and that was perfectly fine for me. I can see how someone as a beginner would be very comforted by that feeling of that wing. And again, if you are worried about the difference between fiberglass and carbon, the carbon is just going to be a little stiffer, so you won't really notice that unless you're a more advanced foiler. So I wouldn't necessarily worry about that too much, especially if you're looking for that cheap board, most bang for your buck board that you can get. That glass will be just fine for you. Rear wing, not much to be said. It does assist in turning much better than its Flyer 1 counterpart from a couple years ago. So yeah, that's kind of the overview of that board. I would say, in summary, if you are the rider that you saw someone out on Lake Michigan or out on your lake or out on a river, whatever body of water you decide, right? And you were like, that looks sick. That's what I want to do. This is a great board for you. The Evo is so well rounded that even without that extra flight assist that you get in the Pro Plus, it's still a great board to learn on. And again, most bang for your buck. I mean, it's the cheapest option on the market, and cheap is a bad word for it because it's great quality. Don't have to worry about dinging it up. It's EPP foam, closed cell foam, so you can stab it, you can scratch it, you can do whatever you want to it, and it's not going to soak up water. So you can, if you're buying it for your kids, it'll work great. No worries about just scuffing it up or ruining it. It'll function just as it's intended to. All right, this has been Eli at MACkite. And if you have any questions or concerns, go ahead and hit us up via email. We'll get right back at you.